This version of It's Erik Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
A message for the ladies and gentlemen around the world and all the ships at sea.
We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us.
So choose wisely. Subscribe to It's Erik Nagel wherever shows are found, on whatever platform you choose. And as always, leave us a positive review. Would you kindly?
Can you break the moves that we must?
It's Erik Nagel. And it starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear.
It's Erik Nagel.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another edition of It's Erik Nagel. That is myself over there. Say hi to Giddles.
Hi to Giddles.
Hi, Giddles.
Hi, Giddles.
I'm waving.
Hi.
And who's that over there? That would be Zia. Hi, Zia.
Hi, Zia.
Hi, Zia.
Hi,
Hi,
Giddles.
Hi, Erik.
Hi, Erik.
Hi, Zia.
Phone lines
Hello.
are open. 651 Smithers is
Hi.
the phone number. 651-764-8437. Oh, this is going to be that kind of show. Zia's already opening up White Claws and downing them at a feverish pace.
Is that what those are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those are
No.
White
That's
Claws.
the pink grapefruit
these-
one, right?
No, this is, oh God, I really wish that, I don't wish that. I a little bit wish that you guys had known me like 5 or 6 years ago and I was a fucking animal and absolutely drinking White Claws. No, this is some stupid Bubbles Bai thing that has a little caffeine in it. It's like,
I like Bai.
it's good, I like it.
B-A-I.
I've never had
Yeah.
it.
Isolating that is going to sound really weird out of context, but yes, buy the beverage. I used to drink their super peach tea and their super lemon tea.
That's good. It's got like 1 gram of sugar and just enough caffeine that I get like a perk without, getting all crazy.
Very cool. All right, I thought they were White Claws. I was going to this is going to be a fun show. It's Erik Nagel across the board on social media. If you want to follow us there, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and all those ways do help out the show. Speaking of Facebook, so my personal Facebook, which if you're not familiar with the platform, you have a personal page. You can also have a public professional page, which we do for the show. And I have several other public pages. And if your personal page gets fucked with, it locks off the portal to everything else that you're associated with.
Yeah.
So for some reason, 3 times in the last 2 weeks, my personal Facebook account was getting attacked. And I was getting these messages from Facebook that they think it was a result of phishing with a PH.
What the hell does that mean?
Someone was trying to hack your shit.
I guess so, yeah. So they're trying to get in or what have you, and they lock up the account and they freeze it. So I automatically thought somebody did get in there, started posting horrific stuff, and that's why my account got locked. But that wasn't the case. So this is the 3rd time in 2 weeks, and you have to go through this weird little process to identify yourself as being the owner of the page. Now, you can answer a bunch of questions. Did you post this? Like, they'll go through a whole series of comments that you've made on other people's pages. I don't remember half the shit I wrote. I'm like, this isn't going to work. The other option is, can you identify friends and photos? All right, that I can do. So you go and you see the photos, and it's not even just like, thank God it's not just like, oh my God, what's that guy's name? The guy from work. I can't remember his fucking name.
Yeah.
They give you like 12 different names out of your friends list, and you have to guess which one this person is.
Oh, nice.
You got to do about like 5 or 6. It's almost like a game show, and you don't get a parting gift if you get 4 out of 5. You just don't get your Facebook back. So I went through all 5. They unlock you, and then they're like, well, you should have your phone number attached. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Not giving you my phone number.
But can't someone who's hacking you just like open up your page on their phone and look at your friends' pictures and like line them up and then like get in that way?
Possible. I don't know. They do have to know every fucking friend that you have.
No, but if the names are there, you just type in those names and see which picture comes up.
Maybe,
That's
but I
true.
think your account. I
So-
think your account
so
is
you have-
deactivated temporarily at that time, so you can't even activate.
Oh, so your whole account gets deactivated. Oh, okay. I just thought it was like you couldn't like update it or anything, but it was still like public.
No, you have to go through this whole process of trying to identify people without any access to your account, and the public can't see it either. or people you're friends with. You just disappear for a moment, and then all of a sudden you pop back on when you get through the whole security process. So this 3 times in 2 weeks, kind of annoying. Better than having my shit hacked or stolen or whatever. But I even posted too. It's like there's my Facebook account is so boring. There's not much there, and it's usually just relays of articles from the show page or the occasional comment that I post of my dog or something. Like, there's nothing going on. So what are you trying to get? I don't have nudes.
You don't have nudes?
Nudes.
I mean, it could just be like bots trying to fish you. Like, it might not even be like people doing it. It could just be automatic, like the things that are hacking you.
Yeah. So,
do you log in through your phone at all? Do you log in at public places? Like, do you use it on any public transportation?
No,
any Wi-Fi's?
No, Wi-Fi, yeah, because I use my app and on my phone, and I use the one computer that I only do Facebook on, and that's mine. It's not a publicly used computer. Yeah, so that was going on, and I realized I was like, look, Facebook just really is boring, and it's overly complicated, because especially if you have the show page, there's like 9 different widgets floating around the top before you can even get down to see what try to remember what the last post was on the page, so I don't double post something. And you're digging through everything. Do you want to advertise this post? You haven't posted enough in 3 days here, and you've got these many people following you. You should say something to them. You should go fuck yourself, because I'm trying to block Facebook from Facebook. I don't want their interaction. They're just making it so overly complicated for really. I don't know what you're getting out of this unless you're some really massive business that you need all this algorithm for sales and nonsense, which I don't even think every company even needs half the shit that they're farming for all of this stuff. It's like I don't need. I want to get off Facebook. I want to be away from it, but I can't, because for this show, for other shows, and then older family that this is pretty much their main way of communicating about family stuff. I'm kind of stuck with it.
Showing photos and stuff. It is one of those things where it's like, all right, this is the only way I can see. That's why I still have one, but I still never go on it. Yeah. But it's literally just because, cousins and kids and all that crap. When those
boomers die out, Facebook's going to tank.
Oh, yeah.
Because family's not going to give a shit. Plus, Farmville's going to go dead.
No one's gonna pick those crops.
Yeah,
corn's gonna go overgrown. The cows are gonna be overfed.
You're gonna get. I'm not saying boomer parents, like for the sake of millennial speak, but people of the baby boomer generation. You're gonna get in their last will and testaments. Please maintain my farming account. Or I was so close to level 100 on my bingo. Yeah. Please take it over and just fulfill that legacy for me. Nope, deleted.
Absolutely not. Yeah, if you get the legacy thing for any of your loved ones' Facebooks, that's like the first thing you should do is just go delete all of the. Wasn't there a gangster game too that people were playing for a while?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh God, there was some gangster game that you kept getting invites to. Also, it was like
I remember the Mafia Wars. The Mafia Wars.
Yes, that's what it was. Just delete all of those.
I haven't seen that forever.
Kill them all.
Yeah, it's quite annoying. It's waiting to be a wasteland. Like you knew when you were using AOL or Prodigy or CompuServe or any of those kind of systems, right? AOL lasted the longest out of all of them. But when you started to see that the chats were not that active, the message boards were not that active, your front page with your news stuff really didn't have a lot going on there, and you started to see that people are going to Yahoo Mail, and then people are going to, what was it, IRC, that chat system, remember that?
Yeah.
Where you used to go, like the noise all the time when you'd get, it's like, turn the fucking noises off.
Yeah.
My computer's making noise at work and getting me in trouble. Yeah, you had those weird little chat things, and then they started to figure all that stuff out, and then once Gmail and GChat all became one thing, like, I don't need any of this shit anymore. It's just going to go a wasteland. It's going to happen in a series of days. Like, not even a long time, like a slow death. It's just holding out right now. The second that older generation is gone, this thing is dead.
Well, that's what it is. Facebook used to be this thing that everybody was on, and then everyone's parents started getting on it, and then grandparents started getting on it, and
then
now,
all the advertisers got on it.
Oh God, yeah. And now it's just a place for people to get in really stupid arguments
you'd
about
sit there,
politics.
Your grandparents are, share this if you believe in America.
Oh, God.
Or you start reading some long sappy post, then like halfway through it turns into like, please share this with 15. You're like, oh, get the fuck out of here. Like,
I know. Look, I know a lot of you are not going to respond to this, but I'm going to find out who my real friends are by telling you this story. I have a fabulous daughter. I support the boys in blue. It's like, all right.
My God, yes.
I didn't like your fucking post does not mean I'm anti-cop. Does not mean I want, animals to be abused. I don't want elephants to lose their tusks. Doesn't mean children are not going to get vaccinated. Those are stupid people who don't vaccinate their children. I just don't want to like your dumb post because it floods my wall.
I mean, Facebook is just bumper stickers with a comment section at this point.
That is brilliant.
That's all it is.
That's great.
Whatever happened to bumper stickers? Facebook. Oh, yeah.
Facebook.
Oh, yeah,
That's
there
it.
they are.
Yeah, because that's what you're looking at when you're in traffic anyway. You're not looking at bumpers anymore. You're staring at your phone.
I also am not a big fan of kids or people's kids. And I know that sounds really harsh. I just don't care.
I'm all about that.
Like, I have a niece and I have a nephew, and I fucking love my niece so much. I think she's adorable. I make her dad send me pictures, like, personally, just send me the pictures so I can have them. I don't want to see anyone else's kids. Even, I feel kind of bad saying this, but, like, none of my family's ever going to hear this, so I don't feel that bad. Even, like, some of my other family's kids and stuff, or, like people I've grown up with, their kids, I don't care. I don't want to see them. I love you. I'm going to mute your timeline and your Instagram line.
I'm reporting you for spam.
Your kids. You're spamming me with children.
Children spam. Get out of here.
Get out of here. That's another thing that annoys me too, is when parents just like literally nonstop post pictures of like their babies and their kids, or like their babies naked too. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, get out of here.
Okay.
And your kid's going to hate you later for that.
I hate that with a fucking passion. And here's why.
Well, Erik hates children in general.
No, I like kids. I do love kids. I can't tolerate, I guess, some of the parents of kids. I think that's more because kids don't know. Kids are funny. They're fucked up. They're fun to watch. I hate, and I've said this before, I've talked about my hatred of people who hashtag their children, who use their social media as a ways to make it about themselves by exploiting their kids. But what you're saying about the kids naked in the bathtub or running around with a towel or something, yes, it's innocent in the sense of your immediate family in that house. It's a cute little funny thing.
Right.
But as soon as you put it on the internet, one, technically it's child porn.
Yeah.
Two, there's so many creeps out there that are looking at that shit for the wrong reasons, right?
Yeah.
Three, it makes you uncomfortable knowing this for so many years, and we've done so many stories back in the day on O&A about all these creeps and people from all this shit that I look at this stuff and automatically I turn away. It's like I watch somebody getting killed. I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Get it out of here. I don't care.
Like, you're going to be scrolling through your timeline and Chris Hansen's going to walk in your bedroom door. You're going to be like, oh, fuck.
My younger sister with my niece, right? Kid's 3, about to be 3.
Yeah.
She loves to FaceTime. She FaceTimes her grandmother. She FaceTimes me. She FaceTimes anybody that she knows the names for on my sister's phone. My sister, and that's fine. Sometimes at the night, she'll just be sitting there and she'll be staring at it. And I go, hi. And she screams real loud and runs around the room crazy. And I start laughing. My sister will call with FaceTime. Bing. And I sit on there. Kid's wearing a soapy beard. She's drawing crayons on the shower wall in there. I hang right up. And all of a sudden she'll call back again and I hang right up. She'll call back again. I was like, what's going on? I go, don't call me with this shit. What? It's just, I said, wait till she's done, then call me. I don't like that. And of course, now I'm the asshole, right? So she gets mad at me. I call my mom, I tell her, and I said, like, you need to tell her to fucking stop doing this. I said, I do not need to see this. Nobody in the family needs to see this. It's not cute. Don't do this to this poor kid. And that,
yeah, dude, it's not cool for the kid.
No.
Like, that's the other thing. Even if it's just, so say that it's like their Instagram page or their Facebook page and it's not public. It's very private. Only people who are friends and family can see it. Still, that kid has to grow up and be, it's not like baby pictures that are in an album that they like bust out to embarrass you when you're 16 in front of your girlfriend. It's that all of these people have seen this, and the thing is, the kid can't give consent to that.
Right. And that's
it's a baby or a small toddler.
And even
So what did your mom say when you said that to her?
She agreed with me.
Yeah.
She said, "Okay, I see what you're talking about." I go, "It's really uncomfortable." I said, "I don't think it's cute, even if I was in the house. You know, it's one thing if it's your own kid and you have to give the kid a bath because you're a parent. You have to, right? So it's one thing if it's your immediate family, and by immediate family, the core fucking family of the parents and the kid. Outside of that, that's as far as it ever should go. It should not be photographed. It should not be video. Like people back in the day, 70s, 80s, all have some photo of them in the bathtub wearing a soap beard, or him and his brother, and you kind of see like you said, the cute little photo album.
Everyone has
thing.
like hundreds of those pictures,
right?
Yeah,
but that's a private family moment that embarrasses you a little bit, but you share it with you, and it doesn't go any further, right?
Yeah, it stays in the photo album.
But it still got developed by some creep who could have made extra copies.
Oh, fuck.
That's true.
Holy fuck! I didn't even think of that. You're right.
Yeah, dude.
Taking it to the fucking Kodak hut in the corner of the supermarket parking lot.
Yeah, with some fucking rando guy who you have no idea what this guy does, and you're just giving him pictures now to develop, and you have no idea where it's going because there's no internet to even trace that shit. It was even worse.
Oh my god,
that's a great point.
I didn't even think of that.
God.
All right, now I'm thinking 1 Hour Photo, the Robin Williams movie, where that family he was obsessed with it, where he made extra photos and had them all up on his living room wall.
Yeah, man, like
there's creeps out there from back then. Wow.
You never thought that, dude?
No.
Like, creeps everywhere, dude. You just got to keep going backwards in technology. The further you go back in technology, just think of what it was, and that's how people were doing it.
Look at that ankle.
Ugh, creeps.
Untie that corset.
Ugh. Sending like cave paintings. Like, no.
Cave paintings.
These are dirty hieroglyphics.
Yeah, it goes all the way back, man. But yeah.
So, yeah, when parents are posting this shit, also, when their kid is having a temper tantrum or something embarrassing is going on, we were the last sort of generation where shit you did as a kid in your teens stayed there. Unless you told the story, most people don't remember it, and it's never going to surface again.
Yeah, or unless there's like a police record.
Whoops.
You okay?
Yeah, sorry, I was choking.
Have some more White
Sorry, I
Claw.
was choking. No big deal.
Yeah, I was
choking on my own rage here.
Yeah, I'm like an angel. I'll die, and then I appear over in the, I'll flash a light, and I appear over in the corner of the room, and then
Great,
this body's
Casper.
here. Right.
Casper, the friendly host.
So, so when parents post like a kid throwing a temper tantrum or something embarrassing happened, whatever, or the kid's crying and you're laughing, that's not just something that happened as a private moment. They post it online and go, see what I have to deal with?
It's like, yeah, you had the kid, dummy.
It's like, bitch, fuck you.
What you have to deal with.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
And there's somebody specific in mind. I'm not giving the name out, but fuck you for constantly making your kids part of your social media to make it about you. You're saying, oh, no, I'm just sharing them. No, you hashtag your kids and you put your kids out there all the time to make it about you. You're a fucking horrible parent.
Yeah, that's how I felt
Eric.
about the cheese.
Yeah, Mom. No. What?
The cheese thing where parents were throwing slices of cheese at their kids' face.
Oh, that
and
was
filming it.
fantastic.
Remember that? I was like,
That was
what
great.
the
All right, one,
fuck is
yeah, it
this?
was hilarious, but two, completely, that does not need to be out there.
It's not cool. You're throwing cheese at your kid's face.
I
It's not
couldn't
putting
imagine.
it on
At
social
least
media.
throw like a 1 pound block of unshredded cheddar if you're gonna throw cheese in your kid's head.
could
You know,
not
just, like,
imagine.
make that shit fucking bounce.
Make it hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, make it hail.
When did iPhone come out? 2006, 7, somewhere in there?
Yeah, we can go there.
All right,
2006.
so being a kid since then, I can't imagine growing up and then your dumb parents were documenting the worst parts of your life, and it's always online somewhere now. That you grow when you become more self-aware or image conscious of yourself, like 10, 12, 13 in that area, and then going through your high school years and somebody found, hey, I found your dad's old, message board account. Look at all this shit about you, and you're like, what? You had no idea this shit was on there, and it's out of your hands. You can't control. That's terrifying. That's like
Oh my
it's like
God.
being hacked, and then someone steals your bank information or your personal information or photos or something off your phone. That's and that's as an adult. That's just a technological mishap. As a kid, your parents are purposely doing this to you. How are more families not fucking broken up and telling their parents to go fuck themselves? I'm never going to take care of you in your old age because you did this.
But also, I think kids are just used to everything now. There might be some embarrassing shit, but also it's not just relegated to children. Like, how many times a week are we watching fucking full ass grown adults going on racist rants in stores and cursing people out? Like, these aren't even children, dude. Like, there's everyone has this record now, and adults know that the cameras are there. They know they're being filmed and still say that shit.
That's different though, because you're either purposely putting it out themselves, and like you said, they know the cameras are there and they're doing that.
And they're
a kid doesn't know. Maybe until they're in their later single digits where they know what a phone is, they know an iPad, they know all that shit. But all that time, you don't know that your parents are putting this shit up when you had a personal breakdown. If you're freaking out in the car over something and your mom or dad's laughing at you because you're having a temper tantrum, but meanwhile the whole time they're holding the phone up like this while they're driving, and you don't realize that you're being taped on that, and then they're like, oh, this is going to go viral on YouTube because my kid sucks.
Well, and also, that's the other thing, too. These kids are having these mental breakdowns and, freaking out and stuff. That's what kids do because they can't handle or regulate emotion yet. They're kids. They don't know how to calm themselves down. They don't know how to self-regulate. They just have these emotions and they explode out of them. That's how being a kid works until you become an adult or get to a certain age where you can be like, oh, I know I shouldn't behave this way. This is how I have to handle these emotions, and I can come up with these coping mechanisms. So it's not like that.
I mean, I don't know what long-term effect any of it has. I haven't heard any. I mean, like you said, it's been since 2006.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Now you can say BlackBerry and all those other things, but you weren't really able to properly document something until the iPhone came on the platform, and then everybody spun off the iPhone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's any studies that have been done on it yet. I mean, enough time has passed.
I'm sure there are. We just haven't. We just brought this up. We haven't had a chance to research it. I'm sure they're out there. But I think you'll start seeing more and more that somewhere down the line, it's like people's lives are really fucked up. Everybody's so fragile and mentally... I forgot what the term is. When they're having mental issues and unstable and oversensitive and whatever. If you found out all this other shit was going on based on, on top of the stuff that you're already dealing with, everyone's just going to keep losing their shit. Or is it like you said, where everyone's so used to it that they don't give a fuck that all this shit's out there anymore? It's
that's
what I don't care.
I think we're already at that point. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying about the adults doing. I think we're at a point now where people just don't care. I think even little kids, if you showed it to them and put it online, they would probably just laugh about it. You know what I mean? Be like, oh,
because I don't
how many
like
likes
it at all.
that I get. I think that's would be more important to the kids right now, honestly.
Well, that definitely could be right. If they grow up in that environment where they're just used to it happening, they're like, yeah, but this is just what happens. It's like someone who grows up in a really fucked up environment as a kid, and they kind of grow up that way. So oh, well, it wasn't that bad. And someone who didn't grow up in that environment was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's terrible. But to that kid, it's normal. So they're like, this is just how life is.
Well, you two aren't planning on having kids. I mean, Zia said, I don't know if Giddles is planning to have kids or not. But if I was a parent now, I don't have kids, but if I was a parent, I probably look like the lunatic of being overprotective and overcautious on this shit, where every other parent's just constantly, documenting their kids' lives like they do their dogs when they have dog Instagrams and stuff. And
I can't with those either.
I won't do that. I won't post if I have kids, I'm not posting it online. Maybe on going back to Facebook, private feed, only family can see this. It's not open to the public, and it's only nice stuff. I'm not putting stupid shit up there or embarrassing stuff to either that it's funny or to benefit me in any way. I'm not looking for that at all. I'm going to be that weird parent, I guess, going forward, if that ever happens, where that is why is he so upset about this shit all the time? Why is he always yelling that you're doing this all the time?
Yeah, if I ever decided to have a kid, which I still don't want one, but for some crazy reason, I would
Not
do that.
With that attitude.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't think at like all the the temper tantrum and shit that gets like uploaded online, like that's still so few out of so many people that are out here.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like it's such a small number that I don't know.
But still, it happens, and I still think that's really shitty of a parent. To do that.
I do too. But I just don't think it's happening as much as we think it is.
Well, then I know wrong people because I
can
name at least 3 people that I know
anything like that ever
about their kids.
That's good.
They post stuff about their kids, but it's never like there's never any meltdowns. No one of my friends list ever shares any stuff like that. So the only time I'll see something like that is if it's trending on like Twitter and it's like someplace in like fucking Midwest.
Yeah. Just to clarify, I'm not talking about stuff that shows up in the Twitter feed like, oh, this is a horrible parent. That's not what I'm talking about. I know people.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I know real people.
I have like tons of friends with kids, and I don't have anybody who posts anything like that.
Yeah, I know real people that, from some aspect of my life. I don't want to narrow it down, but I know some people that do this, and it drives me fucking nuts, and I don't know why I still follow these people when I see this shit all the time.
Mute. Erik, mute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think that way you don't unfollow them and you don't unfriend them. You just mute it so you don't have to.
It's a cycle for myself that I see that I get pissed off. I talk to people about it and I forget to do that, and then that person goes away for a while, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it is again. And it's me having to break that cycle. You're 100% right. I need to unfollow or block them or something. Yeah. Anyway, so got that out of the way. It has been weird weather-wise here in the tri-state area, the New York City area, where it's cold and hot at the same time, and it's not balancing out. Where I'll put it this way:
it's nice.
If you go outside with a hoodie, so after a little while, you're like, oh, it's hot, and you take the hoodie off, but then all of a sudden you're cold, so you got to put the hoodie back on, but then you're hot again. It's that weird balance of the 40s to 60s where it keeps jumping up and down. It's like, just settle in one area so I know how to live my life and my body can adjust. Is it going to be hot? Cool. Okay. It's going to be hot. I know what to wear. I know my body's going to adjust. It's going to be cold. Switch the uniform, switch everything else, and know what you're going to do. It's when it constantly goes, it's sort of winter, but it's summer again, back to spring and winter. It's like it's constantly going up and down like a whip ride, and it's pissing me off because the trains, office buildings, stores, oh, wait, it hit 50 degrees once? Crank the heat up to 90. So now you're stuck with every platform, every place you go to is blasting the heat like a blizzard's going on outside. And you're soaked. I shouldn't be soaked coming out of Penn Station, and it's not just me. Everybody coming out of Penn Station wearing just even the lightest of jackets is taking everything off to try to walk through to get up the stairs and the escalators and the elevators to get up to the street. And then you get up there and you're kind of airing out a little bit like, oh, it's nice. And then you put your shit back on. It's really fucking frustrating. It is not an issue for anybody to be concerned about. It is my personal rant. I'm stating that now. I am well aware.
No, that's okay. I went on a little bit of a rant today because it was 95 in October here. Today.
In the greater Los Angeles area.
That's normal, right?
In LA. It kind of is. It's just every time it happens, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. Can it just not be 95, please? Is it humid with the 95 or is it just hot with the 95? No, it's just hot. It doesn't really get humid here. When I first moved here, I thought I was dying because my skin started peeling off of my face because it was so dry. Well, it's so humid in Hawaii. Like there's just, it's tropical. It's tropical. It's so humid. I never wore, like, not that I was much of a girl anyway, but I never wore lotion. I never had any sort of no, I'm just kidding. Not girly, but like so I never wore lotion. I never had a skincare routine. I never did any of that crap. And I moved here and I was like, what the fuck is going on in my face? Like my skin literally was peeling off. Like, like it was all flaky and you could see it badly. And I was like, what is this? And everybody's like, yeah, you have to get lotion. And I was like, what? So it doesn't get humid here. It's a dry heat, but it's still with the sun. You walk outside and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the weather.
I like the weather too, but I want it to just be a bit more consistent because October's always fucked up because they get you can't call it that anymore. It used to have Indian summer, which is where the summer would end. It would start getting cold for a little bit. And then for like 2 weeks, it would be back up in the 70s and 80s and then drop down to 30 because the winter was finally there. And
70s, 80s
it's
sounds
not really
nice.
doing that right now. It's hitting 60s and then it drops to the 40s. I think it's supposed to be the 30s tonight out by where I live for a little bit, and that's great because that's when I open up all the windows and I just sit there and enjoy nature from my living room. Yeah, well, my large screen TV and a beverage sitting on my couch as the freezing air comes into the house.
I was about to ask if you had a rocking chair on your porch.
No.
You can just sit on your rocking chair.
Rocking
and
chair
enjoy
seems
the weather.
so like it's past
They're
its
great.
time. The only time I think of a rocking chair is outside of a Cracker Barrel. Other than that, I never see anybody with a rocking chair or ever think about a rocking chair until you go to Cracker Barrel and you see all these wicker chairs sitting outside as you wait for your table to open up.
I still want to go to Cracker Barrel one day.
Come out to
on
the
my
East
list.
Coast. Look,
I'm working on it.
come out to the East Coast.
Cracker Barrel?
There's a couple in Jersey and there's one just over the border of Connecticut. Right there, you can go to. You come out to, like we said, you come out here. Giddles will take you on a nice food tour around Brooklyn, all the cool places that you can go eat and drink over there. Then you come over to Jersey, and I'll take you guys for the fast food world tour stuff, where we go to all of that. And then maybe we do a show trip to Pennsylvania. I think we talked about this before. We go to Snyder's, to Utz, to Hers, all of those places. So
Hershey's?
All the pretzel places.
you can go, if you want to go to Hershey, you can go to Hershey.
I want to go to Hershey.
M&M
I know that's
Mars
not-
is in Jersey. I think they just moved to
Really?
Newark. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Those are
let's
always
do that.
fun. So, speaking of food, look, I know you were looking at the shirt here. I got to thank Dr. Steve for sending me this awesome shirt for the 2019 Epcot International Food and Wine Celebration.
So he went to that and got you that shirt?
Yes.
Oh, that's so nice of
He
him.
was going. I told him, get me a nice shirt, and he got me a nice shirt.
Did he send you any pictures of food that he got?
No, but he sent me photos of these like elite lounges that he was allowed to hang out in that other people
That's
weren't
cool.
allowed to hang out in. He was being a bit braggadocious, and I love when Dr. Steve is like that because he's too nice of a guy. I like when, Evil Steve shows up once in a while. It's fun.
Is that what you call it? Evil Steve?
I don't have a better name for it right now, but for now,
Like
Evil Steve. Stevil, that's his name.
Oh, Stevil.
Stevil, Dr. Stevil. And I used to go to the Food and Wine Festival. The last time I went was 2016, but I used to go for years. We'd go to that because it overlaps with Disney's Halloween celebration and Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. So if you go down there in the end of September through October, you can do all these things at once because it's all happening at the same time. So would go down there and do that, and I haven't gone in a few years because I haven't gone on vacation since 2016, which I got to change that going into 2020. But
Yeah.
we would go down to these things, and they were fun. Like, you just walk around the world. You had your little passport that you'd go. It's like, oh, we're going to Greece. What does Greece have to offer? And you look under Greece, and they have these liqueurs. They have some food you can do there. And then, it's right next to Mexico. You go into the giant pyramid. You go on the ride that's inside, and then maybe dine at the Mexican restaurant there.
Wait, they have rides in Epcot?
Oh, yeah.
What?
There's a
Yeah.
lot
I
of
just
rides
thought
at
it was
Epcot.
restaurants.
No. They have rides built into certain areas of because it's the whole map of the world. So
There's rides built into some of the restaurants. Like, it's
What?
pretty crazy.
Yeah, the Mexican pyramid has a big ride. It's like a log flume ride that you go through and you just kind of see like the history of Mexico. And then you get off and there's a restaurant that's like multi-tiered inside the pyramid, which I went to eat one year and it was really good. It was a lot of fun. But then you go outside and there's another portion of Mexico where you can go and you can get, some of the I guess like Mexican fast food style stuff where it's like, margaritas, burritos, tacos, churros, all that stuff.
Fucking love
the
churros.
good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, all the good stuff. So you got the really good dining Mexican experience, and then if you want the fast stuff, you just hang out in the heat. You go over there and like, I'm going to just do both because Mexico is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you go in England, they have the UK area there. They have an Irish pub. They have English food in there. There's French restaurants over in the French section. Germany has a beer hall in there where you can go get big steins of beer and wursts and sausages and giant Bavarian pretzels.
With hot mustard?
Yep.
Spicy mustard?
Or no, it's not hot mustard. It's their stone ground mustard.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The Chinese section and the Japanese section and the Korean section all have their own respective foods that you can go through there and try all that stuff. The Norwegian area, the Viking stuff, they cleared that out and it's now frozen inside of the Norway area.
They just got rid of Norway. They're like, no one cares.
No. They had there was some kind of big Viking exhibit that took up a lot of the space and they kind of shrunk it down. You go in, you see no, that's not, Norway's not part of the Scandinavian area, is it?
It is.
It is? Okay. So you go in there, you see Norway, there's Sweden, Holland, all that stuff, the Netherlands, and
Holland's not part of Scandinavia.
Is not?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think of
It's
all.
Norway,
I don't live there. I don't know.
And it's Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and I believe Iceland.
Norway, Sweden, Iceland, Finland, Germany, now in one piece.
Finland.
Poland and Austria, Czechoslovakia, Italy, Turkey, and Greece. Right?
Is that a song that
It was a song, yes.
Yeah,
that
but
was
it's not
Yakko's World from Animaniacs.
Eric knows all of his world history from Looney Tunes.
I do. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Greenland, El Salvador, too. Yep.
I mean, look, that's
Istanbul.
great. Didn't learn any of that.
It's
school.
not
What?
Constantinople. Damn it, Giddles. He keeps trying. It's not
Sorry.
Constantinople. Why did it get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks.
Ba-dum-bunch.
Anywho, yes, there's a lot of rides in Epcot. You go around there, built into. They all have something to do with the country of origin that you're visiting there.
So, the food in like the Scandinavian area. What the hell is Scandinavian food?
It's like Swedish meatballs and shit.
Oh, okay.
IKEA. It's a bunch of shitty
like
IKEA furniture.
I was gonna say, so the one thing that we know about any sort of food is Swedish meatballs. Yeah.
Swedish meatballs, cheap chocolate.
My family is Norwegian, and we grew up and it was just lots of like fish and meat cakes and like potatoes and just lots of meat.
Meat cakes are great.
Potatoes type stuff.
That sounds good. I like meat and potatoes.
Pierogies.
No.
Pierogies? Aren't those
German,
Italian?
right?
No. German? Are they German?
German, Polish.
Polish.
That area, right? Yeah.
It's all dumpling. It's just another word for dumpling. It's just a Polish.
Polish dumpling. Sorry, continue. I didn't know this about Epcot.
Yeah, they used to have the Michael Jackson Captain EO ride. That's long been gone. I forgot what they're replacing it with. And also then you had the Imaginary or the Imagineering thing. The big ball that's in the center of Epcot has a ride fixture in there. And you go in there, and the last time I was there, they still haven't updated it from the 80s, and it was great that they didn't. Because you walk in, and it's Eric Idle playing the Doctor from Monty Python,
great.
but it's 80s Eric Idle, like he just finished doing his cameo in European Vacation, and then shot this, right? So he's there, and then you have the dragon Figment, who goes around there and messes up the experiments and as you're going through the tour, and then Eric Idle's got to fix everything and explains how your imagination works and science and all that nonsense. It's a very fun ride. I'm glad they have not changed it because it's like a time capsule. Like you time traveled back to the 80s and watched this shit. Also, the original Doctor was Robin Williams in there. No, wait. The original Doctor was a redhead. They bumped him out. They put in Eric Idle. And then Robin Williams did something there too. I'm forgetting what it was because they have his stuff up on the wall. Oh, Nutty Professor. I think it was a tie-in when Nutty Professor came out. No, not Nutty Professor. What did he do? That was Eddie Murphy. I forget what it was, but Robin Williams has something to do with it in there. There's some fun rides. It's not a lot of rides like the Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios, but there's enough in there where you walk around. There's some things to do. A lot of food. You're pretty much, as an adult, you're just walking around eating and drinking, and hopefully you make it around the globe. I get 1/3, and we're like, this may be the time to sit down and wait for a little bit. And then
I think the only time I was there was like 89 when that stuff all looked fucking futuristic and it was awesome.
So we'll have to all go back down there one day. One last thing with family stuff, and then we'll move on to other things. So I got some news today, and I'm not happy about it. And I know it makes me sound stupid, but I don't care. So I found out that New York Comic Con for the year 2020 is not the first weekend of October next year. It's the second weekend.
Okay.
I don't know why, but that's what they're doing.
Is that a problem?
It wasn't until today. Because
Dun, dun, dun.
now I got notified that somebody in my family is now having their wedding that weekend. And I said, oh, well, I'm sorry I can't make it. And I got screamed at because they said, why can't you make it? It's not immediate family. It's a bit removed, I'll say, right?
Who
Down
cares?
the line.
So is this like cousin type thing?
Cousin's kid, right?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
But the family's making a big deal about it. And I love the cousin. I love the cousin's kid. They're all great people. Not a bad thing to say about any of them. This situation is what sucks because not the weekend reveal as of, oh, this is the wedding weekend. What? No, I can't do this. And maybe do I only miss a day? Is it? Oh no, it's Friday. Oh man.
Where? Like here? Like do you have to travel?
I don't know. Wait. Where is it? I'm sure it's somewhere in Jersey. But that knocks out Friday for Comic-Con, and that's a big guest day, big event day. And then I can't do Saturday because if you're at a wedding, it's a night, like the reception's at night too, right? So that eliminates Saturday then, because Saturday you're not going to be able to get stuff done and get up, go into the city and do all of this shit after dealing with a wedding.
Yeah, you can.
All that stuff. How?
If you don't get drunk at the wedding, you go home at like midnight. You go to sleep. You wake up at 7 in the morning. It's
You're
7 hours of sleep.
never going to get out of there by midnight. Not going to happen.
Nah, you can do it.
No, I can do it,
It's
and I
not
can
that
put
hard.
my back into it. Thank you, Giddles. Thank you for the confidence. That's what I needed.
That's all you needed, yeah.
I mean, it's not that hard, Eric. Come on. Just set an alarm, have some coffee, and then just have a bacon, egg, and cheese.
I don't like. See, this is what drives me nuts because I don't like other shit interfering with stuff that I have to do because I got to plan stuff out and I got to take care of things. And then when I got to be sidetracked with other people's stuff and then have to come back to my stuff, which is, look, everybody's got to deal with this. Again, I know it's my problem. I am owning it. I'm just expressing the fact that I do sound ridiculous by saying all this stuff. It's driving me nuts because they're inconveniencing me. There, I said it.
Well, but then that's just the thing of like, then just don't go, and they shouldn't get mad about it.
No, they will because we're pretty close, and they'll get mad if I don't go. The family will get mad if I don't go. I'll never hear the end of it, and I just kind of like I have a year to figure this out. Maybe they'll split up. Fingers.
Jesus.
I don't know.
Wow, Eric.
This can't inconvenience me,
That is
so
just
I really
like,
am going to
wow.
need you guys to break up because
That's
don't
such
wanna
an
go to the
answer.
wedding.
That's such an answer, Eric.
It is an answer, Giddles. It is indeed. I don't know. I have a year to figure out how do I juggle this? How do I move this? How do I make this happen here?
Can you get maybe there'll be someone there that they want to meet, and you can get an interview for them or an autograph or.
No, nobody's impressed by anything I do or who I know.
No, then don't be impressed by them.
yeah.
Do what you gotta do.
I don't know. It's one of those things I stopped caring about a long time ago. People trying to shame you into feeling bad, like to do things that you can't do or you can't make happen.
People
Like,
try to put me down.
Yeah, just
Talking
stop.
about your generation.
Right. No, I'm talking about theirs. Millennials.
You're talking to a millennial, sir.
Shakes fist vigorously.
Yeah.
Sound like such an
Sorry.
old man.
Continue, Zia. What were you saying?
No, just like I'm sorry, but fuck off. Like I have a work thing to do. I got to go do this work thing. Congratulations, I'm happy you're getting married, but I'm not going to be there. I like me being there. Also, you being there is not going to change the wedding in a large way. Are you in the wedding?
No.
Well, then who cares? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Just who gives a shit at that point?
I
I'd be like,
agree.
I love you. Happy life. I got to go do this thing.
Yeah, here's a $100 Amazon gift card.
There you go.
Peace out.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You got it.
Well, no, I'm not. Look, I hate cards too. I won't give out cards, so it'll just be an electronic gift certificate emailed to them.
It's gonna be like a high five.
Great.
Mr. and Mrs. These people, and then there you go. Do you have a registry? Can I just buy something off the registry? I'll buy 2 things off the registry if I don't have to go to this.
Exactly.
That's not
That's
a bad
all the
idea.
people. I feel like that's all people have weddings for, anyways. So the girl can wear the dress and they can get the presents.
What if the guy
really
wants to
think
wear
that's
the
it.
dress? What if
Well, then I
I
guess
want to
the
wear
guy-
the dress?
You can wear it.
All right.
You wear
If I
the
have to go
dress.
to this wedding, I'm wearing white and I'm going to upstage the bride. Because that's what you put. That's the position you put me in now. This is what
I'll
I got to
help
do.
you pick the dress out. I'll do it.
It'll have to be a dress. I'm going to dress, nice white suit, red shirt, look very devilish like. Red socks, black shoes, top
you
hat,
found your
lots of
outfit.
dollars, spending every dime for a wonderful time.
What is up with you, Eric? You're rhyming everything tonight.
Well, Giddles, look, if you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
I got to go take a shit. Is that the next line?
Da-da-da-da-da. Yep.
No,
That's
I don't.
exactly how it
I'm
goes.
not joining in your singing rhyme game, Eric.
Putting on the Ritz. Wait,
Just
what is
sing
it?
like
Ah,
a
see.
$1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper, super
you-
duper.
Did you hit your head today?
No, I'm just
You
dealing.
sure?
I'm dealing with life as it comes at me.
Oh my God, he's just singing. It's like The Simpsons when they Lisa starts singing. Ah, the kid's singing now.
Gotta dance.
See, I wish that everybody could see what you were doing
That's
right
the
now.
taco
I think
version.
You had the White Claw before we started.
No, I had the Coke Zero.
Yeah, is there a gas leak?
I haven't
in
had
your
soda in a
basement,
while,
maybe?
so I'm getting a bit loopy.
Oh Jesus, dangerous.
Oh no.
I'll have
is
some of the
fun.
bubbly myself.
I have some food stuff I want to show you guys, but first I want to talk about Giddles. Giddles last
Yeah, I want to talk
weekend-
about you, Eric.
No, fuck you.
Oh,
It's all
wait.
about you now.
What?
You sit
turn,
there and
Giddles.
you take a compliment, Giddles. Last weekend, Giddles won the Chowder Takedown in Brooklyn. Went down there, tried all the no, actually, I didn't try most of the chowders because I'm not a big clam chowder fan. But the corn chowders I was all about. And Giddles had, what was it, a chorizo corn chowder?
Chorizo, potato, and corn.
Oh, so good. Just the
That
right
sounds
amount
awesome.
right amount of spice to it. It kicked everyone's ass. Like Winamp.
Winamp.
It really whips the llama's ass.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you-
that's cool. I
and
got
you won?
another. Yeah, I got another Dutch oven. So now I have like 3 or 4 Dutch ovens.
started Dutch oven selling business. Sell them all.
Exactly.
Time to win
Just
another
4
one.
guys in a bed with a really tight comforter.
Yeah. No, it's not that kind of Dutch oven, Eric.
Not with that attitude.
Ugh. No, but I use them all, so I keep them because they're very useful. I just
so
have.
cool.
I'm like a Bed Bath and Beyond here, though. So if you ever do need anything, let me know. I probably have it in my closet. I'll just send it to you.
I appreciate that.
Oh, that reminds me. I do
some
need to
food
go to
item,
Bed
be like,
Bath &
just
Beyond.
add Skittles.
Yeah. But you didn't try any of the other chowders, Eric? There was only like 6 chowders.
I
Like, it wasn't
tried
that hard
one
to try
other
them
that
all.
was another corn chowder. Then I saw the clam chowders, and I'm not about that, so I wasn't going to do it.
One was a shrimp chowder. One wasn't clam.
Oh, then I didn't know that.
Shrimp.
I would have.
You
tried
missed
that.
out, Eric.
I did.
It was good. It was
There was
shrimp
a-
and bacon and potato.
There was a
actually really
cute
good.
dog I had to pet. He was walking
There was
around.
a cute dog there.
He was walking around being all friendly.
It was
What
super
kind of
cute.
dog was it?
Shiba Inu.
What?
God bless you.
You know, little Shibu,
The little fluffy ones with the fluffy tails that stick up?
that curl, yeah, like a pigtail.
Yeah, that curl. Yeah. Those
It was like a super young puppy, and it was like super fluffy and running around, and it was just like rah, rah, rah. It was pretty cool.
I like that you went to a food thing and there was all this amazing clam chowder, and you're like, but this dog.
I mean, the dog was the highlight.
He
of
had a
the-
fluffy
of the-
tail.
Yeah, I mean, the dog was definitely the highlight of the chowder
He
takedown.
was. That
You guys
dog
are
was
so
awesome. But yeah, congrats to Giddles. He won another takedown. Giddles usually places very high, but it's fun when the guy that runs the takedowns, Matt, right? That's his name?
Yeah.
Goes on stage and he goes, well, the winner for this one, well, I don't even want to say, but it's this guy again.
Yeah, no, he just looks at it. He goes, oh, it's Gittleman.
Yep. Then just like, take your stuff. And everyone else, all the other contestants and other people I guess Brian knows from other competitions or just from whatever connection he has to him. All very nice, and they're like, one of these days I'm actually going to try to beat you on these things. They were very complimentary. So Gittles kicked ass. Congratulations to you, sir.
Thank
Anything
you.
else happen since then, or
No, that was it. That was the highlight of my week, and then I just watched some TV and stuff. But other than that, nothing
I
else.
saw on your Instagram you posted that you heard something, and then you turned around, and then you posted this photo of some guy was arguing with a dummy, a ventriloquist dummy, as he was walking down the street.
What?
Oh yeah. There was some guy, and they were filming some movie on the street by my job, and I was walking down my sidewalk, just walking to work, not really paying attention, and then all I hear in this heavy Italian accent, "We must hurry and get this shot before the cars come." And then I look to my left, and there's a guy with a ventriloquist puppet of himself, just standing in the street, and another guy with a video camera. I was like, "Oh wow, look at this!" So I just whipped out my phone, took a quick picture, and then just kept walking. I don't know what they were filming, but maybe we'll see it on the internet somewhere.
Oh man!
Wait, it was
See me in the background.
I didn't know it was a filming thing. I thought it was just great that how fucked up Brooklyn is, where there's a guy dressed up with a ventriloquist dummy and they're arguing as they walk down the street.
Oh yeah, no, that would normally happen, but this time they were filming it.
Was it a legit camera, or was it just kind of a crappy handheld?
No, it was a legit camera. It was a really nice camera. It had a whole light box and everything on it. It was a really nice. It looked like it might even been red. So they were definitely shooting something nice.
All right. And you said it was a ventriloquist of himself, a dummy of himself.
Yeah, if you go on my Instagram, you'll see it. It's not that far down my feed. And
Gittlebass, Gittlebass on Instagram.
Guy with a puppet of himself in the middle of the street.
It happens.
Yeah, that's Brooklyn for you. I mean, they're shooting an Amazon show literally on the corner by my apartment right now.
What are they shooting?
The Sinner season 2.
Oh yeah,
Season 3?
Or whatever they're shooting.
Somebody recently told me they were watching that, and I still don't know what it is, what it's about.
It's really good. I watched season 1 and 2. The season 1 is with oh my gosh, she's married to Justin Timberlake. What the hell is her name again?
Biel.
Mrs.
Jessica Biel.
Timberlake. Oh.
Mrs. Jessica. That's exactly what it is. Mrs. Jessica Timberlake.
Lance Bass.
Yeah, she's in the first season, and the first season, I like the first season a lot more than I like the second season, but I still like the second season. I'm excited for the third season. Second season had Bill Pullman, and it was cool to see him in something. Good show. Yeah. It's a good show.
Well, they're filming it literally on my corner, so you'll see my bodega and
are you gonna walk through it like you did?
I walked through it earlier today,
like many Marvel shows.
Yeah, I mean they shoot all that stuff in my neighborhood, but yeah, that's what they were shooting.
That's so cool. So I can watch it and that's where Gittles lives.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you watch season 2 of The Tick or Punisher or Daredevil or any of that stuff, I'm sure there's scenes where Gittles walking through it because that's how we had to go home. They gave him a cast jacket at one point. Like you might as well. You're here all the time.
Yeah. I live here. I'm allowed to go through because they have to block everyone else. You can't go through. I'm like, I live here. I have to go through.
Yeah.
Right. They can't stop you from going home.
No, even if the director's like action, I'm still going. I'm like, I gotta go. I don't care.
Because that's not cool.
Yeah.
Go home.
I want to go home.
Shoot your movie in Atlanta like everyone else.
Yeah.
Or Vancouver.
Or Vancouver. Yeah, exactly.
No, shoot it here. We need the money.
So nothing else going on with you, Gittles?
What's up? That's it?
Nothing else with you? No?
Nothing else with me, man. I did the takedown and then been working all week.
Zia, anything with you?
Well, I have new developments with his name is Mike, by the way. He likes to be called Mikey.
Who?
He's back. The guy that was buying me stuff.
Oh, don't give his name out.
Oh no, he wants me to.
Yeah, I don't want you to. This is what I'm telling you. I don't need the creep's name.
We'll call him Michael then.
Bilbo Baggins.
Yes.
Dildo Baggins. That's his name.
Dildo Baggins?
Yes. All right. So a quick refresher. There was this guy that's sort of kind of creeping on Zia, but he's not really asking for anything lewd in return. But for some reason, he gets off by buying her gifts, and not just for her, but for her and her husband. to go out and have like a nice time. Like I bought you a gift certificate to a nice restaurant, or go get your nails done, or go get a nice dress for the evening. It's a really weird fetish, and I don't get it. But Zia does not seem to be squashing this by any way, shape, or form. She's openly welcoming all the gifts that this guy is buying her.
Well, yeah. What am I going to say? No. And you know what? It's not like.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
I could say
you
no.
could very easily be like, no, I don't. Please leave me alone.
I could,
should,
but I'm
sure.
not going to. I got a pair of Star Wars shorts that I'm wearing right now from him.
All of them at the same time?
I love them. Yes, all of them.
Seriously? You're wearing two different shirts at the same time?
No.
Oh, shorts! Wait, you're wearing two pairs of shorts? They look like pages from a comic book.
They are, but they're all Star Wars. It's a Star Wars comic, yeah.
Okay.
They're very cool. I really like them. He got me these, and yeah, he does. It's just kind of what he's into, but it's also not like I watch a lot of like YouTubers and streamers and stuff like that, and a lot of them will do unboxings from stuff that fans send them, and fans send them a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's not
because that's the goal. It's not just buying it to get the person's attention. It's to get their attention by also having them justify their existence and how they're behaving by buying this stuff and doing these videos where they go, "Oh my God,
justify their existence.
I just got this packaging tape and I really needed packaging tape. Thank you, Joey247." And they show up the Amazon gift card that came. I mean, the little receipt gift thing with it, and
yeah,
I know what
it's
you're
the whole
talking
thing.
about. These
but
are my favorite pickles. Thank you.
Well, pickles I would welcome. As long as they're not open, you send me pickles, I'll take them.
Yes.
Can never say no to pickles.
No, ever.
No. But yeah, so he came back. He left Instagram for a while, and then he came back. And so he got me these shorts. He's going to get a suit for my husband.
That's all right. I want to point this out that it's weird enough that a guy would just kind of do this for any kind of girl that they don't know, right? But if they're a cam girl, a porn star, cosplayer, all right, it's still creepy and weird, but at least you see where the connection is being made here. Like, this is why they're doing it, right? Taking it a step further, where then it gets creepy and weird when they want things. They want, like, naked pictures or a private cam session or all these weird things. Weird in their own right. But I'm more weirded out by the fact that he's buying your husband a suit. I don't see the connection of what you're getting out of this. At least with a cam girl or a porn star or something like that. Oh, they may send you a private video and photos like that. I get that's where you're going with this. I don't get it why he's buying you shit and then not asking for anything in return.
Because that's what he likes. He likes to feel, I guess, owned might be the word.
Or are you not telling us the other part of it?
That I have actually been sending him sex videos.
Or whatever, something.
Maybe he has a secret Santa fetish where he's Santa giving out presents.
I don't know.
Rubbing nipples, yes.
Everybody's been a good person this year.
You've been a really good girl, haven't you?
Tweak.
Yes.
I just grabbed my own nipples.
So he's buying your husband a suit. From where? That's going to be at least $300.
No, I think it's...
You're going to like the way you look.
Me in the suit?
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
Unless you're getting off the rack.
Wait, what's the suit for? Is it for...
it's for a wedding that he has to be in.
It's not for a funeral, right? Like his...
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, yeah, he looks all nice. Then he takes him out, and then he's like, now she's all mine.
I've watched too many movies.
I was going to say, this is getting really elaborate.
Giddles, you're not wrong. You're probably not wrong.
See, the thing, though, that if he did that, I would then just take him out.
Oh, shit.
So,
now we have a John Wick situation here.
Yep. I start a vendetta. I like that. Zia Wick. Oh, cool. When we're choosing a last name, that's what it is.
Zendetta with an X.
Zendetta.
Zendetta.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then like the title will like be like, you'll be looking for the exit. And then the X-I from exit will stay. And then it'll be like Zia. And the A will come up. You know, it's going to be all action, like knives flying everywhere.
He's laying he's laying there wounded. She kneels down. She's got like big heels on and her fucking Mortal Kombat suit shit, all her weapons. She leans down there and it's like, I say you don't know. And he just moves up and goes, take me out.
Yeah.
I like that you guys have planned this whole thing out. This is exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, this is how it has to happen.
It does.
This is how it has to happen. Now, this is how it has to end.
Now, what happens?
He has to die.
What happens?
But what's the suit for?
for a wedding that he has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's all it is. Yeah, he's just. This is look. I'm not gonna shit on anyone's fetishes because everyone has their thing. It's cool. I don't understand.
That is someone's fetishes. Shitting on things is definitely people's fetishes.
Exactly. And I don't understand that, but they're into it, so it's cool. You have fun, buddy. Same thing with feet. I don't understand attraction to feet, but some people are super into feet. They'll pay for feet pictures. It's cool. Like, whatever.
I think feet are disgusting, but at least that makes more sense to me than buying gifts for the girl and her husband and getting nothing in return from it.
Well, what about the guys that like actual financial domination? Like this is sort of, I think, where he wanted it to go, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. But that's a little bit different.
Like a sugar daddy, sugar baby kind of relationship?
No. Financial domination, as in the only thing the guy gets out of the girl is she treats him like shit, talks to him like shit, and demands money, and he gets off on that. There's no physical interaction. There's never any meetup. It's like, that's it. That's what it is. And there are a lot of guys that are really into that. It's
like an S&M thing. Yeah.
Kind of. They get off on their bank account being drained. And the girl, like, I guess the big term is like a pig. Like the girl calls the guy, oh, you're just a piece of shit. You're a pig. Give me money, pig. And like, that's all it is.
Yeah, but what that is, if this is the same thing, what that is, it's usually like for S&M kind of stuff, it's usually these powerful guys that have like big corporate jobs or independently wealthy or hedge funds or something like that, and they have everything that they want in the world, and everybody, you know, caters to them, and they really don't have any hurdles to climb or any kind of resistance, so that it becomes a sexual or some kind of fetishal thing where it's like to be dominated and treated as if they were nothing is the turn on, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what they're into. But also going back to the gift buying thing, even just with like the YouTubers that do it, I've seen guy YouTubers that do it, and people still, it's just fans being like, oh my God, I really love you. Thank you for this. Like, here's this thing. And it's always something really nice, and it comes with a really nice note. It's just, I don't know. I think that it can be super cool. And I'm not just saying that to get free stuff. I've seen it and it like means something, and they send stuff that they've been talking about, or, you know, something that's related to their channel. Like there's this one guy, Mikey Chen, who does a food blog thing, and he's getting really big, and it's fucking really cool. He travels all over the world and goes to these food markets and shows you all these different foods, and he eats a lot. I went down like a rabbit. Yeah, it's so cool. And he's doing so well. And people like, he gets massive piles of gifts and like stuff that people send him, and he'll do these unboxing, and they'll be like from couples or people being like, oh, Mikey, I love your channel so much. Thank you. And they'll like send him all these different snacks, and they're like, I think you'd really like this, from all over the world. And he's like, oh, thank you so much for this. And then he'll try this snack. Like, it's a whole thing. The same thing with this other guy who does video game. It started out with
like on Twitch or Mixer? Like, what do they do?
This was on YouTube. This was all on YouTube.
Okay.
And then another guy that, what's his name? Oh gosh, I forget his name. But he did like, I think he started doing like videos on different mods that they have, and a lot of it was like slutty, sexy mods for games like Skyrim and Fallout, and he got really big. And then he'll do the same thing. Sometimes he does stuff with his girlfriend, but they get unboxing gifts where it's like, oh cool, we got the Fallout 4 cookbook, and people just send them stuff like, thank you, I love your channel, I love watching. It's actually pretty common.
Okay, my next question.
People like that.
My next question, Zia, is how do we get this to translate over to Giddles?
Giddles has been asking this every week. He's like, how do we do this? Giddles, you start a channel and you just be like, hey, this is my PO box, and then people start watching you and they love you and they want to send you stuff. Cool.
That sounds easy enough.
What does he have to offer though?
Make it happen. He cooks amazing stuff.
No. I'm not saying on his end. I know what he has to offer. I'm saying from you. the appeal from these people to see his channel, what are they looking for? What does he have to offer to them to get them on board with all of this? Yeah.
I mean, to me, it just seems like people that watch your stuff and love you. Like, they love what you do and they love you as a person. I mean, that's how any of these YouTubers ever really, like, the ones that people love, not the ones that people hate. Like, I know there's a whole other category of YouTuber that I don't know about because I don't watch that stuff. But there's a whole category of YouTuber where people, they're big because of who they are and their personality, and people love them. And that's why.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched some videos where like the people aren't very good at what they do, but they have good personalities. And, you know, you could just watch their videos and be like, oh, this isn't accurate, but hey, whatever, this guy's fun.
Yeah, this person's really fun. This is amusing.
Yeah.
Like, I watch an obscene amount of Funhouse videos, I feel like. And it's just
What do you mean Funhouse videos?
Funhouse
like
is a...
jumping out of, like, scaring people?
The 1990s game show that ripped off Double Dare?
Like, TV Funhouse was great. I remember that show.
Come back with my show!
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't even know what any of those things are, but yes.
That's the fun part of the show, is doing this stuff and she doesn't know what we're doing. Because, you know,
I don't know.
She speaks for the audience. She's like, I don't know what they're doing. I'm not sending them free stuff. They don't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, or dollars.
I mean, I don't know if
They don't make
anyone...
any sense or dollars.
Or
But
dollars.
I
I don't know if anyone is ever going to want to send other stuff, if it's just going to be this guy, or if, like, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's not like my goal, but I definitely have seen it a lot. And I sort of, maybe to make myself feel better, I almost categorize it in that way. I'm like, well, he's a fan. And if he's like getting off on this in some, or like he's into it in whatever way, like, I'm not going to shit on him for it. I don't care.
That whole statement.
free stuff's free stuff.
Yeah, it's free stuff.
As long as you know that it's safe, then I say whatever.
Well, yeah,
go
that's
for
the
it.
thing. I don't give out any personal information. I don't give out where I live. It's all a PO box. No phone numbers. Like, nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely want to. And that's, my husband also is like pretty open and cool with stuff. But my safety is his main concern. And if I was going to do anything unsafe, he would say no, or not safe. Good. But you know what I mean? Just be like, let's not do that. And I always talk to him about everything first. Always. I'm like, hey, is this, like, do you think this is cool? Should I do, like, I always bring it up. That's kind of like the main point in marriage too, is communication. So like, I never keep anything. I'm never like doing anything. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. Because there's like just like certain boundaries on like people sending people gifts. And you gotta be like, no, like, this is cool. This is too far. Like, this is like, you have to stop this. If you go back to what you were doing, that was fine. But like, this is too much, you know? And
if it's anything that's gonna like put me in any sort of danger, it's just not gonna happen.
See, that's like would be my fear, is that people are just gonna send me like crazy shit, like not something good, or like like a bomb or something. Like, I'm like, oh, let's watch him open it live stream, and then I'm like,
well, that's why you get a PO box first.
Yeah.
No, but you still have to open the package.
Yeah, but if there's a problem with it, it'll go off at the post office. Not.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would like worry about stuff like that, or people like sending me food. Be like, you know, is this safe? Did they like taint it in any way?
It would have to be packaged food. Like,
but even packaged food, I'd be like skeptical about. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. I wonder if that guy Mikey, who does I think it's just called Mikey Chen is his channel. Giddles, you might really like it. It's actually really cool.
Yeah, send me the link. I'll check it out.
I will. Yeah, he's just a really, again, it's the personality. He's just a fun guy. You want to watch him because he's cool.
Where's he based out of?
I think he was actually on the East Coast. He was
interesting.
And then now he might be over here, if I remember correctly. But he was, for a long time, he was over on the East Coast. I think he's done a bunch of stuff in New York too. Like, he's gone around a bunch of places, and like Little Italy he did, and I think Chinatown and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know if he actually eats any of the snacks that people send him. He says he does, but maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's like, oh, I shouldn't eat this. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, there's stuff he would see and be like, okay, I know that this is safe, or like, I wouldn't risk
That's
this.
an old TV and radio rule that you never eat listener food. Like, you're very nice and appreciative. You're like, oh, this is great. Thank you so much. And then you put it in the kitchen. And then, depending on what it is, like, do we let the other people here eat it? Because we're not going to eat it. Or it's like, nope, throw that fucking out. I'm not touching her casserole.
Well, yeah, if it's anything homemade, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Like, never.
Even if I send it to you?
Especially if you sent it to us.
Especially, yeah.
Nothing from Giddles.
Yeah. Was there anything else with him, or was that it? That he's just sending you?
No, that's pretty much it. He's back. I got these cool shorts. I freaking love them. I wear them today, and I'm
They're
obsessed
kind
with
of
them.
like 70s, like booty short thing. Like you would see the Lolita girl that was teasing her stepfather in like in a 70s, 80s kind of film.
In the 70s, 80s porn.
They're kind of like that weird California cut.
Yeah, they are. That's because that's like what is
Where you live.
Well, yes, that is where I live. That's a good point.
Good point.
Well, you wouldn't want to wear the Rhode Island cut there. People be like, look at that cut. It's so wrong.
Seriously,
But
she
it
is
feels
uncool.
so
Nobody
right.
talk to her.
Yeah, get out of here with your
Very
Rhode
cool.
Island cut.
Clicky here. It is very clicky.
All right. Well, if that's it, before we go to break here, I just wanted to show you some food stuff that came not from listeners, but from companies and stuff.
Well, that's even better.
First off, I haven't seen this. I don't know if this has been out for a while, but I was curious to try it. This is from Lay's potato chip, and I will preference that every time Lay's comes out with a flavor, it does not ever taste like what it's exactly supposed to be. More times than not, it just tastes like sour cream and onion, or sour cream and cheddar. But I'm guessing this is going to taste like sour cream and cheddar because this is grilled cheese and tomato soup.
That sounds good.
The
Sounds like it's going to be like a mix between their cheddar and their ketchup chips.
Possible.
They had ketchup chips?
You can only get them in like Canada.
Oh. Have you tried them? Have you gotten them from Canada somehow?
Oh yeah, I went to Canada just for the chips.
I don't know if you get
I was just there,
Hers
I got
chips.
I was like, oh.
They're delicious.
I don't know if you get Hers chips out there, HERRS, but they make a good ketchup chip too. If you can't get the ones from Canada, this smells like sour cream and cheddar.
And what does it taste like, Eric? Drum roll.
Oh, I thought we were doing drum roll.
Yeah, unfortunately,
What does it taste like, Eric?
sour cream and cheddar.
What's the first ingredient on the back other than potatoes? What's the first spice?
It is potatoes.
No, I said spice. The sour cream on there?
See, potatoes, vegetable oil. Oh, there's multiple oils on there.
Yeah.
All right, so it says potatoes, vegetable oil, in parentheses, sunflower, corn, and or canola oil.
Yep.
Third ingredient, grilled cheese and tomato soup seasoning. So it's salt, whey, skim milk, cheddar cheese, milk. So there's two milks in there. Cheese culture, salt, enzymes. Then brown sugar, butter, cream, sugar, buttermilk, tomato powder, onion powder, yeast, paprika, garlic powder, gum.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah, so you're definitely with all the skim milk and the whey and the other things. That's where you're getting your sour cream flavor.
Yeah.
And then the cheese.
But unfortunately, that's what all these things are. They always taste like sour cream and
The only ones you know are never going to taste like sour cream and onion or any like the Asian flavor ones because they always just taste like teriyaki.
Yep. Yeah.
But they don't taste like sour cream and onion though.
So that's what you get from Lay's. 2 flavors. Sour cream and onion and teriyaki.
Right.
They should have done it more cheddar and tomato. Like cheddar-y and tomatoey. Like where is the tomato flavor in there? That's important.
Yeah, you're barely tasting because they have all the shit in there. It dilutes everything.
You know what I have, Eric?
Rickets. Stovetop stuffing. The fucking best.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open it right now and just start eating it.
You do. It'll the saliva in your mouth will moisten the stuffing.
It actually tastes
Do I
good
eat,
as a crunchy
do I eat both
snack.
packets?
Why not? Double fisted like Stone Cold. Smash it together on the corner of your bed. Ah,
Ooh, I'm gonna
working
make
like a
this
circus seal.
I'm gonna make this tonight because I have broccoli and I'll make like a broccoli stovetop casserole.
All right, you're gonna have your own Dutch oven after eating broccoli and stovetop stuffing.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean?
You're gonna
am I
be
gonna win another prize or am I gonna be farting, Eric?
You're gonna
Is that
gas
a
up
fart
the
joke?
works. Yes.
Is that a fart joke?
Don't light a
Am
candle.
I gonna be farting in my bedroom, Eric?
Right.
Is that a joke?
So since you did that reveal, I'm gonna do one for you too. I also was sent this today.
Ooh, you got the all together. Nice.
What's that?
This is from Kellogg's. It's called All Together Cereal.
What?
And they put this together as part of a promotion with I think it's Glad.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's who they.
Oh my god, look at all the different nutrition facts on the back.
I know because they legally had to.
for each different cereal.
Here's the thing. It says, altogether, cereal is a symbol of acceptance no matter how you look, where you're from, or who you love. We believe that all people deserve an environment where they can be their best selves. That's why we've joined forces with GLAAD for Spirit Day to stand up against bullying and support a more accepting world for LGBTQ people. All right, so it's through the GLAAD organization for Spirit Day, which was a thing that happened not too long ago. So purple box, which is the anti-bullying color, but they took all their cereals, and here's it's fascinating to other people unless you've went to college, because they took all their cereals and mixed it together into one box. You got Frosted Flakes, you got Rice Krispies, you have Corn Flakes, you have Fruit Loops, you have Frosted Mini Wheats, and Raisin Bran, all mixed in together as one cereal. So I'll show it to you right there.
They lost me with the Raisin Bran.
Yeah, like that Raisin Bran should not be in there.
No.
Sorry.
I love Raisin Bran, but I agree with you. It shouldn't be in there.
You don't need raisins in that mix. Like that mix is like the fuck your teeth mix, and you do not need raisins mixed in with that one.
They should have thrown corn pops in there or something.
What'd you say?
They should have thrown corn pops in there.
Yeah, anything.
Right?
That's not raisins.
Now,
how
this seems like a fun promotional thing where everyone's like, oh my God, all the cereals mixed together. That's great. I do that at home. College kids go to their food hall with Tupperware containers, or if you stay at a hotel that has a shitty breakfast at the in their lobby, like a Holiday Inn or something, and they offer different cereals where you pull the little lever and the cereal comes out. You do this anyway. You mix all your own cereals together. So they have this on sale. You can go to the Kellogg's website, or you can go to the GLAAD.org website if you want to purchase your own box. It's $20 for the box, and I saw people complaining about $20 for fucking cereal. No, you idiots. It goes to a bigger cause. It's a charitable thing. So, yes, it's $20, but the money goes to the organization and do nice things.
100% of it, or?
That I don't know. But to be honest, not everybody that does charitable shit like this, 100% of the proceeds never really ever go to the organization.
Well, and a lot of the times you got to know what organization you're donating to, because you don't know how they're using that money or who's getting what. It's kind of fucked, actually, unfortunately.
Google Susan G. Komen, NFL. Look at all the stuff that came out in the previous years when they were doing everything pink, where the outfits, the uniforms were pink, the cleats were pink, the balls were pink, the gloves were pink, all that stuff. And then they found out that only like a tenth of it or something was actually going to the organization. And yeah.
That's how people get people. They're like, oh, it's for this great cause. And really, it's fucking a tiny percentage.
Right. And I think the previous year they did something like this, but I think it was it wasn't them. I think it was whoever has Lucky Charms. General Mills did something like this for GLAAD, where it was all Lucky Charms marshmallows. The whole box was just the marshmallows like that.
I remember that.
I still need to get a box of that. But thank you to the fine folks at Kellogg's for this altogether cereal.
See, you're getting some really. This is some grade A fucking excellent, like gifts and stuff that you're getting sent. I'm jealous of you.
I have a hat that I got, and I love it, and I wear it. And that's what I got.
Yay! Is that the one you're wearing now?
Yes.
I like it.
But I don't get food. No one sends me food. Send me food.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to go.
Food.
We need food. We need bathroom breaks. We got to do all that. And then when we come back, we got TV and movie updates for you. We'll be right back.
It's Erik Nagel.
More It's Erik Nagel. Next. It's Erik Nagel. Follow the show on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, and Facebook at It's Erik Nagel.
Hey, this is Rupert Grin. You're listening to It's Erik Nagel.
Ready, Freddy? Who the fuck is Freddy?
Krueger?
And why are there 5 nights at Freddy's?
Yeah, seriously.
Well, I just can't get out of that place. You try and say goodbye, and then everyone keeps roping you in, and you're like, dude, it's 5 nights here. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, it's like you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
What? It's like some sort of hotel in California. Ugh.
Welcome back to It's Erik Nagel, Eric, Giddles, Zia, for segment 2 of the program. Looking at last week's box office, coming in at number 1, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, which is the second one in the live-action Disney series. Coming in at number 2, only doing 1 week at number 1, The Joker, or Joker. I think I have to go back and see that movie because too many people are telling me that I really need to watch it again to appreciate what that movie was. I'm not so sure, but I think I'm willing to give it another look and see that if maybe there was something I'm missing.
I really enjoyed it. I really did. I thought it was really good.
I didn't see it. I've just been seeing all the pictures of the people like going to the staircase in the Bronx and like taking pictures on the stairs. I'm just waiting for one of them to just tumble down the stairs. 'Cause I know it's going to happen one of these days.
I hope.
It's a steep staircase and people aren't coordinated enough to dance down steps.
No, I saw some clips online where it's just people dressing up as the Joker, male or female, just going up there and have some dumbass with a tripod standing there. It's like, no, we're going to get the exact shot. And people are waiting their turn to take that stupid dance segment in the middle of the stairs there and kind of walk down like a Broadway, not like a Vegas performance style thing coming down the stairs there. I just want people to fall, tumble through camera crews. And
it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Inevitable.
Or get that old Sesame Street bit. While that's going on, some chef shows up at the top of the stairs and goes, 11 banana cream pies, and then falls down the whole thing there. It's like, that's what's going to go viral if the falling baker from Sesame Street shows up.
I hope so. That would be fantastic.
That would actually be pretty
Let's
great.
get that going. Coming in at number 3, the sequel to Zombieland, Double Tap.
I saw that.
Number 4,
Sorry.
Was it good?
Yeah, I liked it. Not as much as the first, but that's usually how that goes. But I still really liked it. It was good. It was funny. It was, what I was looking for in a sequel.
I got to finish the first one because I once it got to the Bill Murray cameo, I forgot to watch the rest of it. So, yeah, I definitely need to do that. So that was number 3. Number 4, The Addams Family, the new animation, which I actually do want to see. I'm debating, do I want to go to the theater to see that or will I wait for on demand? Haven't figured that out yet, but I do want to see it nonetheless. And then number 5, the Will Smith joint, Gemini Man, which look, Giddles and I talked about it last week. I thought it was a Netflix movie. We didn't realize it was coming to the theater, and it was actually going to the movie theater. But I'll wait for on demand for that one. I'm not in a rush to see that.
No rush to see that.
Yeah, not at all.
If Movie Pass was still active and I had like something where I can see movies all the time for free, I would see all these movies, but it's too expensive.
Well, AMC's looking to do something like that.
No, AMC has that. I have it. I pay $20 a month and you can see 3 movies a week. It is so worth it.
Right. They have that. The A-list, it's called. The premiere and the A-list stuff. But AMC is also looking to do the streaming service thing. Now, we don't know the details for that fully yet, but they're looking to do a streaming service only for higher tier Stubs members where you can buy and rent movies.
Okay.
So I don't know if they worked out a deal with the movie companies where they can offer it. Like, look, after a couple of weeks, the movie's there, and if it looks like it's trending down, that it's not going to make much more money, we can pop it up there right away and do it as another revenue grab. I don't know, but there's something in the works with AMC, and I'm excited. Hopefully it would be, because I'll wait 2 weeks and just stream it right off an AMC website if I could do that, rather than having to go see most movies. Not all, but most.
You'd probably get there closer to on time, Eric.
Yes. My luck, I'll have a problem where I get into a car accident just walking into the living room.
Oh, you'd go to play it and be like, cannot stream right now. No.
No! What's
Someone
coming out
calls
this
the building
weekend? Oh, Current War. I want to see that.
What's
What?
Current War?
The Current War. Okay, the Current War is about Thomas
guy
Edison.
swimming?
It's Thomas Edison and George Westinghouse. They're not made up names. They're actual real names. Thomas Edison and
Yeah,
George
the light
Westinghouse.
bulbs.
Yes. The greatest inventors of the industrial age engage in a battle of technology and ideas that will determine whose electrical system will power the new century. Backed by J.P. Morgan, Edison dazzles the world by lighting Manhattan. But Westinghouse, aided by Nikola Tesla, sees fatal flaws in Edison's direct current design. Westinghouse and Tesla bet everything on a risky and dangerous alternating current. I like some of those turn of the century shit things.
Yeah.
That looks
This
pretty
is
good.
with Tom Holland and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch. is in this. Yeah, I want to see this movie. I may
How
go to
have
the
I
theater.
never
To see
Bandersnatch?
Yeah. The trailer looks pretty cool. It looks like The Prestige. You remember that movie?
It does.
I do remember
liked
that.
The Prestige.
I love The Prestige. Yeah, so it looks like that.
good.
I want to go see that. I want to go to there. I don't know what these other movies are. Black and Blue coming out.
Oh
idea.
yeah, I've seen the preview for that. I don't know if it's bad. I'm just not interested in watching.
Yeah, I
it.
think that's the same thing with me. I don't think I'm interested
No.
in that. And then
It's not my thing.
also Countdown comes out this weekend. Looks like a horror movie.
Never even heard of
When
that.
a nurse downloads an
gonna
app
say,
that
Skittles.
claims to predict the moment a person will die, it tells her she
Oh!
only has 3 days to live. With the clock ticking and a figure haunting her, she must find a way to save her life before time runs out.
I
All
want
right.
to watch that literally only because Tom Segura is in it, and I just think he is so funny.
I want to see it because it just sounds really stupid, and that sounds like a movie I'd like.
It
Yeah.
does sound like a movie you would like.
What was that
Skittles.
movie about the friends that were video chatting with each other and they kept dying one by one? It came out like a year or two
Oh.
ago.
I never watched it.
Unfriended, I think it was called.
Unfriended or
Yeah.
something like that. I never saw that. That
I
sounds
think this
stupid.
is in that category of dumb movie.
Does it look that bad though? Like, because I couldn't watch Unfriended. It's terrible. Like, just the shooting quality.
I don't
looked
know.
bad.
I didn't see the trailer for it. I'm just reading that's what out
I
here.
did, and I actually kind of want to watch it. I mean, I did say just because of Tom Segura, but the rest of it doesn't look that bad.
What's it
Where
called?
I'm like,
Countdown.
Countdown. Yeah, it's where you download an app and it tells you how long you have left.
Yeah.
And for some people, it's like, oh, you have 2 days, and they're like, what? And they're like, oh, it's just a stupid app. But then people start dying.
But then it's not a stupid app.
It's-
Oh yeah, this is great. 33% of Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
2.5 of audiences like it. This sounds like some.
I'm actually gonna check this one out too.
Oh, it's PG-13.
Yeah. So
Nope, not going to work. Oh well.
They always they're not good enough.
not good.
I'll watch it.
Yeah. No.
I'll watch it. I'll suffer for it and see if it's good.
Are you gonna go
13.
to the theater or wait
Oh,
for it
God,
to be
no.
on demand? On demand.
I want to see it open last week, that Jojo Rabbit, but I don't see any theaters around me that's airing this movie. It's like
Yeah, that
such a
actually
limited
looks good,
release.
too.
I think they just put it out so it gets Oscar contention or something. Because like the first week it was just New York and L.A. And I think it's like the IFC theaters you have to go to see this movie. And I'll probably gonna have to wait for that. That'll show up on demand probably sooner than later. But I want to.
So I'm on the IMDb page here for Countdown,
right?
and there's one review that says, "Woohoo! This movie is a banger. Definitely hardcore fun from beginning to end. Certain parts were so scary that I almost had 4 strokes. The villain was very believable, especially when he only gave them 2,395 seconds to live. The fat guy has an especially memorable scene involving Uncle Terry is, that I say, shocking. Ultimately, a very good movie that keeps it high and tight and doesn't drag too long. Must see. Ta-ta." That is the review.
I love this guy's review. Wow. I hope he reviews everything and just leaves. He's like the first guy to comment on all the shitty movies. Being like,
Because the
"This is
review just
great."
said a great film for mommies.
What?
That's what the review said, a great film for mommies. Let me see
Okay.
his other reviews. That's the only film he reviewed on a fucking page. He must be in it.
It's Tom Segura.
It's probably Tom Segura.
He's like, I'm gonna put a review here. People will want to see it.
Ugh.
Well, there's that. Jojo Rabbit. Oh, we talked about The Lighthouse. I watched that trailer, I think, several more times since talking about it last week.
I gotta say, my coworker saw it, and I asked him how it was, and then he wouldn't tell me anything.
Oh,
And he was like, he's like, you just have to go see it. And I was like, was it good or bad? And he went, you have to go see it. And I was like, okay.
That's intriguing. I like that.
Yeah.
And then, but I was like, was it like scary? He's like, parts of it were really funny. I'm like, okay, but parts of Midsummer were pretty funny, and that was like kind of a horror-ish movie. So I don't know. I'm intrigued by his review of it.
All right.
He was
I'm
a big fan
intrigued
of
by
it. He
it.
was a big fan of that movie, The Vivitch, or The Witch, or whatever
Yeah,
it was,
The
which I
Vivitch.
didn't see, but it's the same director.
Double Vitches. Yes.
It's The Vivitch. I'll be back, Vivitch.
All right. I want to see that. As far as other trailers go, the final Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker trailer came out. I watched it. It was fine. I didn't really care. Giddles refuses to watch it because he's going to go see the movie. He's not really interested in watching the trailer. Zia, did you see it? Any thoughts?
No, I haven't seen it. I've been slightly disappointed by some of the Star Wars films that have come out recently. So I'm not like highly anticipating it. I think I'm probably going to avoid watching the trailer and just go see the movie and hope for the best. That's kind of where I'm at with that one. It's one of those things where like, fucking take my money. I'm going to go see it. Of course I am. But I've been a bit let down.
See, that's where I'm at. Like, I saw the teaser trailer for this, and when I saw that, I was like, all right, that's all I needed to see.
Yeah.
And I was already interested in seeing it. Like, I'm definitely going to see it. It's not something that I'm not going to see. So I would rather just be surprised. Because just watching everybody be on Twitter, you know, I didn't see the trailer and just see excuse me. Seeing people be like, oh no, C-3PO is going to die and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, really? You guys believe that from a trailer? It's probably the opposite. He's probably the only motherfucker who survives.
Everyone dies, but C-3PO is the only one that lives. I'm down for that.
And the whole story took place in his head as they were programming
The only
him.
one who survives is George Lucas. Everyone's dead, and then it just flashes back to Earth, and he's like, yeah, that's how it end the movie. Oh, credits.
Yeah, I mean... No need to possibly spoil things. I'm seeing it. It's 2 months.
Yeah.
All right. There's that. Anything else movie-wise? No, I think we touched on everything that's... Oh, yes, one other thing I do want to point out in movies, and then we'll move on to some other stuff. So, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. I went to the Fathom event, and then we were invited to the tour kickoff at Asbury Park in New Jersey, where Kevin and Jay Muse were up on stage. They introduced the tour. They showed the new Audible commercials that they did. Audible's a big sponsor for the Jay and Silent Bob Reboot tour, Roadshow tour. And we watched the movie again, and then they did a big Q&A stuff at the end of it. Wanted to put out that the movie is already touring across the country. But if you didn't get to go to those shows... After they leave a market, the movie then becomes available in that market. So you can't see the movie until they come to the city or that region to do the movie as part of their show. Once they leave, then the theaters open up with the movie so you can go see it.
So I can go see it here now?
If you're... I don't know about maybe New York, but... yeah, maybe New York. I'm not 100% sure. But New Jersey, Chicago, Detroit, and Grand Rapids, if you're in any of these areas right now and you're hearing this, the movie should be available somewhere in your area to go and see it. So go to the Fandango website or app, because I think they're tied in with them, to go find out what theaters are showing the movie and where you can get tickets. If you haven't seen it and you have an opportunity to go see it, and if you're a fan of his movies, it's a very fun movie. You'll have a good time, and it's not long at all. It'll fly by like nothing, and I think you'll have a good time watching the movie.
All right.
Yeah, I really, really, really want to watch that. So figure it out.
Television stuff. El Camino is out and about. We have some Breaking Bad stuff that I need to give away that we've had sitting in the prize closet for a while. So we got to figure out a way how to get some of this stuff. It's not something that you want. I don't want to give it out, say what it is right now. I'll show it to you. But you can't say what it is, all right?
Well, ooh and ah.
Yeah, they're special edition ones.
Ooh.
Ah.
All right. So
you're right. You're right. I don't want those.
Yeah. So I got to figure out a way to get rid of, give away.
I was gonna say that's a great way to sell it. Giddles first goes, yeah, I don't want it, and Erik is like, you got to get rid of the.
We have a lot of we have a lot of signed stuff and special edition stuff just sitting in bins from the older version of the show that I got to figure out ways to give this stuff away. I don't want to just give it to people, all willy nilly, because a lot of these things are rare or they're signed, so there's some kind of value to it. Something I want people to appreciate what it is.
We'll have to figure out a game of some sort or some
kind of game involving thrones.
No, Erik.
Fun.
What about involving hunger?
No.
Hunger Games? That's super catchy right there. That's like,
yeah, I feel like that could catch on.
That, yeah. Like Hunger Games just sounds like one of those things that people are going to want to be a part of.
Who can starve their family the longest without killing them will win these products that we have here for you. We'll figure out some way to do it. Maybe we'll throw a code out or something during one of the breaks, and you can figure out if you want this or not. So let's see. El Camino came out a couple of weeks ago. It's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, if you're a Breaking Bad fan, you should definitely go over there and watch that. Zia put this on here. Daybreak with Matthew Broderick. Did you put that on there?
Yeah, I did. I was just looking through new stuff that was coming out this week or this weekend, and that just looked interesting. I haven't seen Matthew Broderick in anything in so long.
Right.
It kind of has slight what's that that show that they did on the CW with Riverdale? Is that what it's called?
Right, Riverdale. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. It almost has that kind of vibe, but different. I actually might want to check it out. It looks interesting.
I'm skimming through the.
What's the premise?
Oh, he's a principal?
Yeah.
It looks like Riverdale turns into Mad Max.
Yeah. It's something kind of like that. It's like it actually looks like, oh, this is kind of original. This looks like it could be kind of cool.
All right. It also has a feel of The Warriors.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, yeah, that's even better. It's the high school's Glendale.
There you go.
It's the Warriors in high school. That's what this looks like.
There you go.
Okay.
On Netflix right now. Oh, I'll definitely go and check that out. You've piqued my interest on that. Also, this weekend, if you're listening to us on Friday, it's this weekend. If you're listening to us any other time, it's out and available to you. The final season of BoJack Horseman is now up on Netflix. And then there's also Prank Encounters. I don't know this one here, but it stars Stranger Things, Gaten Mad. Oh, I do know what this is.
Yeah.
He got a bunch
of flack for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
This
is
this is like the new Punk'd.
Yeah. And people gave him a bunch of shit, but that's coming out too on Netflix. I'd check it out.
All right, that's available. Giddle Saw Rotten season 2. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, I mean, Rotten. I don't know if anyone's first season. It's basically about like the dark sides of the industries of, basically products that we consume on a daily basis. And it was, it's very interesting, very eye opening. It was, talks about, there was an episode about marijuana edibles and CBD products, an episode about water, bottled water, how, corporations are buying, public water and then, rebottling it and selling it. Whole episode about avocado cartels in Mexico, because apparently avocados have fucking cartels in Mexico and people get killed over avocados. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Another one on sugarcane. It's really interesting. I think, as we're all consumers in this world, and I think it's kind of fascinating to see how, our products get here and just like, the impact that it has on these communities, like far reaching around the world that we don't even think about. So, definitely check it out if you're looking for something that's not a normal TV show, but more like a docu-series or something, in that vein. Check it,
Does it change the way you think about buying things or the things that you buy?
To a degree. Like, I mean, I never really bought bottled water before, so I don't, but I do buy seltzer, even though that's made in the States here. I don't really eat avocados, so that's something I don't really have to worry about. Sugar, I mean, is in everything, so I can't really avoid it. But It's just knowing like how it works and how the the environments are destroyed over it and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it sucks, but like there's nothing I can do about it.
Right, like you can't stop using sugar.
Oh my God, no! That's the thing. That's the thing about all this stuff. It's like you can't stop any of this stuff. These are huge pieces in this gigantic, machine that's our economy. Like you can't stop this. It's just. You should know what's happening, kind of.
Do you not eat avocado because you don't like it, or you just don't eat it much? It's one of those random things you're like.
I just never liked it. It was never a thing that I liked growing up. My parents never ate it, and I don't. It's like a texture thing. It's like it's a little slimy and mushy, and it's not something I really like.
So you're not on the avocado toast train?
What? Oh God, no.
Oh, I fucking hate it.
I can cook the shit out of an avocado. I can like make stuff like that people love, but like I don't personally like.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, avocado toast is like ridiculous. Like, oh, let's just take this avocado, cut out half, smear it on some bread with some butter and some leaves and shit, and $15.
Yeah, I don't fucking understand it.
For the avocados that are like 3 for $4.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
And a piece of bread, and they're like, we put them olive oil and some chia seeds. I'm like, oh god. And people will try to order it all the time.
I would just sit outside the restaurant with a toaster oven and fucking avocados and a butter knife and be like, yo, you want some avocado toast? Like $2. Here you go. Avocado toast, $2. Here you go. Avocado
like
toast.
Tom Green's Undercutter's Pizza.
Yeah, Undercutter's Pizza. Like, hey, how much they charge you for this? Yeah, I'll do for $2.
Sir, you need to get out of here. Fuck you, big avocado.
Yeah, get out of here, big avocado. Well, it's a real thing.
It's so funny.
But yeah, I watched that, and then to feel better about myself, I started rewatching the Saw movies, and that was, a lot. It was a nice, relaxing calm down.
Where are you watching the Saw movies? On your horror service? That free movie thing?
I have. I signed up for that Spotify where I get Hulu for free with it.
Right.
Or one or the other. I get one of them for free, so it's like $10 a month. And I was watching it on Hulu, so
I'm still waiting.
First 1 and 2 were there, and then you could watch like 7 or something because 3 through 6 you have to stream through Showtime, but you could stream it through Hulu if you subscribe to Showtime, which I don't have. But I would say the first 2 definitely re-hold up. I mean, I've always said I think the first 4 are solid movies. I haven't rewatched 3 or 4 in a while, but if I could find them, I'll watch them. They might be on Netflix.
Yeah, I've never seen any of them. I do want to watch them at some point.
They're good, Eric. I think you'd like them.
I'm sure I would.
I watched the first 2. They're not bad. I enjoy them. How many did they make?
6, I think.
They just keep making them. No, there was like 7, I think. So it was Jigsaw.
I think Jigsaw was the
Saw
6th
1 through
one.
6, and then Jigsaw, and then I think there was another one after that. And I think they're making another one right now.
I would love if they would reboot the Cube series.
Or just make a new one that's good.
That too. Moving on with television here while Giddles finds that. Some other updates. We're getting closer to Rick and Morty Season 4 coming in November of 2019. I think we're about 2 weeks away from it.
8 Saw movies.
Wow.
And then the one that's coming up will be the 9th, and it's called The Organ Donor.
9 Saw movies. I guess it's one of those things that you could just keep making. Like, there's no reason not to. Especially if people are still going to watch them.
It says it's going to be the 9th installment of the Saw franchise. It is based on a story by Chris Rock, and it's got Samuel L. Jackson in it.
What? I'm going to go watch that one.
Right?
Yeah.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, they had with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson.
And it's the guy who worked on and directed Saw 2, 3, and a bunch of them. It'll be pretty good. We'll see.
We said Rick and Morty Season 4 is there's still no exact date. It just says everything says November 2019.
No, November 10th. First 5 episodes.
Oh, okay. Then there we go. I stand corrected because everything I was seeing just keeps saying November 2019. So yeah, we're about 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away.
Yeah, they've been putting out a lot of teaser stuff on like Instagram and Twitter. I don't know if you've seen any of it.
Yes, the one where they just put the show titles and then says none of this tells you anything.
Yeah, because they were like spoofing the Stranger Things. Remember the Stranger Things would do the teaser where they would just show the episode titles,
right,
without any reference to what it's about. But yeah, I'm excited for it.
I am very excited for that. Will and Grace, the reboot is already ending. Like it just seems like they just started and it was getting rave reviews and apparently doing well in the ratings, and they're like, "Oh, yep, it's done." So
I wonder if that was like if it was meant to be just a couple of seasons, because what was it, 9, 10, 11 or something like that?
Yeah, this is season 11.
Okay, and it came back for 9, I think.
Yeah, it was revived for his 9th season, but they were short seasons. They weren't like typical American, or what used to be American sitcom.
25
seasons, 22 to 26 episodes of shows. They were just short, like 13 style series. So that's coming to an end. The Irishman arrives in theaters on November 1st, and then it premieres on Netflix at the end of the month on the 27th. So that's coming to theaters, select theaters too. It's not a full rollout. It's just they're doing it so that it gets Oscar contention. Watchmen started on HBO. last week. I have not watched it. I don't know if I should. I haven't actually heard anybody even talk about it. It's not good or bad, so I don't know. Did you see it?
I've heard that it is its own thing and it's very different from the comics, which is kind of the only thing I've heard about it. I want to watch it. I don't have HBO, but it's one of those things that I've heard people talk about a little bit. I think it's people seem to like it, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to watch that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have HBO, so I don't know. But if it gets good reviews, I'll try and find it.
Yeah, try to figure it out somewhere.
And then Kazia did the press line for season 2 of Castle Rock.
Yes, I will definitely be watching that.
That's on Hulu, right?
That's on Hulu. It came out, I think, yesterday. Ooh, I could probably watch that tonight.
Yeah. So I want to see both of them, but I got to wait till the Disney Plus launch because I'm doing the bundle for Hulu and all that. So
the bundle.
I can wait another month for all of that stuff. A couple other quick TV news things, and then we can get out of here. Punky Brewster is getting rebooted. We had mentioned this a while back. Now we have.
Isn't she
more.
like 50 now?
We have some more. She's in her 40s. Yeah.
She's like smoking a cigarette.
Well, you're not far off because the reboot stars the original Punky Brewster. The reboot. The original star Soleil Moonfry or Soleil Moonfry.
Fuck is that?
That's her Jewish / hippie name. So Soleil Moonfry is back as Punky Brewster as she's trying to get her life back on track as a single mother of 3.
Wow, I was totally joking. I did not expect that to be the actual premise. I thought they were going to reboot it with like a new generation, a younger Punky Brewster.
Like Punky Jr.
No, it's just
a
like...
little bit like Alanis Morissette.
That's ironic.
Punky Brewster's ex-husband is being played by Freddie Prinze Jr., which he hasn't been doing much lately. It's good to see him do something. He's an on-the-road musician, but is actually a great dad. So I guess being on the road, like everyone would just assume he was going to be like some kind of deadbeat dude if she's a single mom of 3. He's actually a great dad who retains some lingering chemistry with Punky. And her pal, Sherry or Cherry Johnson, is reprising her role as Punky's best friend. I wonder if they're going to explain how Henry and Brandon died.
I mean, I hope it's a really dark show, and like comes back and everything's just horrible. No one's happy. Punky's she was addicted to heroin for some years.
You know what? You're right.
Getting her life back together.
I would
like
love
a really
to see
just
a
like
dark
a gritty reboot.
I would love to see a dark Punky. You are 100% right.
Crust Punky Brewster.
I've never.
She's just sitting in the park with like 17 pit bulls begging for change. You know, the crust punks. Do you have those out by you?
What, in LA? Crust
Yeah,
punks?
That's more of like an Oregon thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
I don't
dude, they
think
come
I've
through.
seen
They come
anything
through
like that.
Brooklyn like a bunch of traveling hobos every summer, and it's like there's always like 30 of them, and they have a whole bunch of pit bulls and banjos and shit, and they just sleep in the park, and you just throw buckets of water on them. You're like, get out of here.
Every time I
I've
saw
literally
those was
never
always
seen that.
every time I saw those were always on the news where they were showing like Portland or Eugene, Oregon.
Well, yeah, they come here. It's
Yeah.
fucking annoying.
I'm trying to see what network. Oh, it's going to be for NBC's Peacock streaming service. So it's not even for television. It's going to be streaming.
Great. So I won't be watching that.
Yeah, unfortunately, same for me then.
Peacock service. Fuck out of here with
That's
that.
because that's
Yeah, you with
that's
your
the
Peacocks.
that's the Universal Comcast NBC streaming service for all of that stuff.
For what? What the fuck do they have that anyone wants to watch?
They have they don't even have The Office, Friends, or Seinfeld.
No, they
'Cause
don't.
Friends and Office are going to HBO Max because they're Time Warner properties. Seinfeld is replacing Office and Friends, I think, in like
On
2
Netflix,
weeks
right?
on Netflix for 5 years. So NBC doesn't even have the key shows that made them like huge in the 90s. They're not on that streaming service, but they got the entire like Universal movie collection and whatever other studios Universal owns.
Does that mean Harry Potter? Do they have that?
No, that's Time Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay. Great.
That's on the
I should
HBO
know
Max
that.
service for next year.
I mean, I just own them, so it doesn't even matter.
Me
I
too.
feel like anyone that's a big enough fan just has them.
They've become more of
Probably.
a Christmas tradition for me now. I watch them around
Harry
the
Potter?
Yeah, I watch them around the holiday time.
Me too. Sorry.
Wow, that was weird.
I get really excited for Harry Potter and Christmas, so I get super weird. Apologies in advance for that, guys.
Final thing I want to leave you with is old friend of mine, Patrice O'Neal, finally getting that documentary done that should have been done many, many years ago. So Comedy Central is teaming with All Things Comedy to produce a documentary about the late, great Patrice O'Neal. The doc will be an in-depth portrait of the comedian and is set to begin filming this fall, which is right around now. See, the gentleman who directed Gary Goldman's new special will direct and executive produced alongside with Bill Burr, Al Madrigal, and Michael Bertolina of All Things Comedy. All Things Comedy started off as sort of a podcast network out in LA, where a lot of the comics realized they didn't need to be part of other networks that were taking the money from their live reads and stuff. So like Burr and Al Madrigal, I think Ari Shaffir is part of an owner in there, Bert Kreischer. They all got together and said, let's just make a network for us and for other comics so that we can all help each other, take care of ourselves, and make money the right way without having to give it away to a middleman. And then it kind of grew from that, from the podcast stuff, and started producing I just bit my tongue. Specials. Bill Burr's last special was produced by All Things Comedy. Bill's pushing that, I forgot her name, Jessica something.
Curson?
Yeah. Her special's coming out that they're producing there. They're putting all their own specials out now, and then doing distribution deals with Amazon, with Hulu, with Netflix, and all that. They're doing everything themselves, which is kind of cool that they can do all of this stuff. The Patrice documentary, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but after he died, a lot of money was raised for this documentary to be done, and I don't know if it was a matter of being mishandled or just the wrong people were involved with it. I think that's what it is, but then it just sat there and then didn't do anything. And a lot of the interviews they shot all of a sudden showed up on a YouTube channel for free, and you could watch all these little, interview pieces.
Little snippets.
Yeah, and then we're like, where's the fucking documentary? And then it never happened. So now I think Comedy Central is, backing it financially, but they're letting, like, Bill Burr's been the one keeping the torch alive for Patrice for so many years, does the benefits here in New York every year for Patrice's mom and family. So I was happy to hear this news because Patrice was on our show for so many years.
Oh yeah, he was a staple for a while.
He was a hysterical comedian. He could do it all. He could argue with the best of them on every news topic, be it politics, be it gender rights, being just basic silliness that people get upset over that they shouldn't really get upset over. Patrice always had an answer and a philosophy for everything, and I'm happy to finally see this because I think this will be an emotional moment when they finally do put that together and I get to watch it because I loved him on our show. I thought he was amazing. A majority of his stuff out there, people knew him was because of our show because he was only on there. If you go on YouTube or any other kind of internet search for him, the majority of his material outside of his stand-up was all from being on our show. So,
here's the big question that I have.
Yeah.
Like a big part of Patrice, I think, was a lot of his interactions with Louis. Like, what is Louis's participation going to be in this documentary because of everything that's happening?
Because I feel like with Louis C.K.
Yeah, because I feel like him and between Louis and Patrice, with all the stuff they did on O&A, and I feel like they were really like a pair almost for a while.
I think
there.
they were friends, but I don't think I got to look back on it. I think a couple of them were just so memorable. I don't think there was as many Louis/Patrice shows as you may think. I think they just the ones that
I don't know. I feel like it was a lot, or maybe it was just because it was so good.
That's what I think. I think
it a lot, but I don't know.
But even at that point, you can talk about your friend just because you whatever you feel about Louis C.K. If they want him a part of it, you can't talk about your friend. You got to be excommunicated from that too.
Well, no, I just
cancel him.
Well, I just don't. Well, the guy, he did some shit, but I just don't know, for publicity for this documentary, if it would hurt having him in it.
No, I don't think so. Because there's a lot of comics that are going to be a part of this thing. If it goes the way that I think it might go, I'm sure they're going to be talking to a lot of people And I just think it's just going to be mixed into the whole thing. Yeah, Louis in the movie, he's talking about Patrice and whatever, but it's not going to be. You're probably right. It won't be in the teaser trailer or those kind of things. But I don't think they'll cut him out of them. If they use him at all, I don't think they'll cut it out. I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't see how they wouldn't use. I don't know. That's just my opinion, but I don't know. Yeah. I was just wondering how that would play into this.
I'm curious to see how O&A plays into all of this. Because I'm sure they'll ask everybody to, do something or try to get the material of some stuff that Patrice did for this thing. If I can't imagine, he was too big a part of our world to not include in the documentary.
Yeah.
I'm just excited that this is finally happening. It's well deserved, and it should have been here a long time ago. But that's the good news that we'll end today's show with. Can't wait to see that. With that being said, we got to do plugs and get out of here. Giddles, what do you have?
Giddle Base on Twitter, Instagram, and Xbox Live. And thinking of maybe doing the chili takedown next month, but see if I get some ideas and some inspiration.
Some Scott Tenorman chili?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Tears, your tears are so salty and sweet. Zia, what do you have?
Twitter and Instagram. At Zia_land, XIA_land. Marvel movie news is Thursdays at 1 p.m. on the Popcorn Talk. And I now do Marvel News Daily, where it's just like quick snippets. My friend Christian and I both do it. So he does Tuesday, Wednesday, I do Thursday, Friday. So it's just quick, like 1.5 to 2.5 minute videos of like the top stories. So we had one up today. That's also on the Popcorn Talk on YouTube. You can find those. So a lot of Marvel stuff.
Nice.
Awesome.
Marvelous.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, you hit a bit of a slump right now, but it's going to go into overdrive once Disney Plus kicks in. You're going to have so much stuff to go over.
Yeah. Now it's a lot of just like we're talking about rumors and stuff like that. Marvel movie news. We brought up the Francis Ford Coppola, his calling Marvel movies despicable. So we've just been talking a lot about like nonsense stuff like that.
Well, if you want,
still fun.
If you want a quick add-on to your Marvel movie stuff, Marvel news stuff. They just announced, as we were doing this, that Kevin, is it Feige or Feige?
I always say Kevin Feige. That's how I thought it was.
Feige? I always say Feige, but
I call Kevin F.
The
Mr.
big F.
That he's going to be taking over TV.
Well, no, he's the chief content officer now for everything Marvel.
Yeah,
but they also just announced that him, along with the Russo brothers, are going to be guest starring on The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. We talked about that
February
today.
27th. Okay, great.
Yeah. I thought of you. I actually did think of you.
And you said nothing? I had to find out third hand from strangers?
I was driving home and then we started the show.
Dun, dun, dun.
I will not tolerate this. Do not disappoint me a second time.
I will text you for everything.
As for me, it's E-Rock Radio across the board on social media. But more importantly, the show, it's Erik Nagel across the board on social media. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Those are really great ways that you can help out the show. And if you want to leave a voicemail to use on the next show, you can do so by calling 651-SMITHERS. That's 651-764-8437. And with that being said, it's time to get out of here. So until the next time, everybody,
be excellent to each other.
And have a wonderful time.
And we'll be seeing you.
It's Erik Nagel.
You are giving a woman money in order to obtain physical affection. We're talking about the world's oldest profession. Granted, this is sort of the Walt Disney version.
Alas, we're out of time.
Follow It's Erik Nagel on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For ways to listen to the show, go to itseriknagel.com. Remember to tell two friends so they can tell two friends.
And they can tell two friends. And they can tell two friends. And those two friends can tell two friends. They can tell two friends.
Well, you get the idea.
Keep it real, homies.